Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Bone-chilling Thursday. We had some snow squalls through the area, made things real dangerous. We'll take a look at increasingly dangerous wind chills and more snow chances.
Plus, an Uber driver and father of 3 gunned down in Detroit. And today, jurors get their first look at his accused killer. But first, a driver speeding away from police officers crashes in the middle of an Inkster neighborhood. That story does top our news at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassimy. That crash killed a woman and put the driver in the hospital after he lost control of the car. Police first tried pulling the car over on Dartmouth Street just around 5 a.m. The driver refused to stop and crashed just a few blocks away. Local 4's Sean Lake joins us live now this afternoon. And Sean, do we know why that driver took off from police to start with?
That is the first thing, Evrod. We asked police this morning. They say they're still trying to figure that out. They're still trying to properly identify this 50-year-old driver. He was in his girlfriend's car, but he had another woman in the passenger. He drove away from police and then slid right into this tree, killing his female passenger.
Oh, it was very loud boom. And it just, oh man, it shook the whole house.
It was 5 o'clock this morning. The driver of the silver car is speeding away from Dearborn Heights police, crossing the line into this neighborhood in Inkster. The 50-year-old driver losing control, trying to turn at the corner of Princess and Sylvia, smashing right into this tree. In the passenger seat, a 30-year-old woman. She was killed in the crash. Police say it started just moments before. The car had a headlight out, and the Dearborn Heights officer turned on his lights to try to make a traffic stop. Instead, the driver took off, the pursuit lasting just about 5 blocks.
Why did he take off from you guys?
I don't know. He would be the one that would have the answers to that, and you know, could be anything. Obviously, at that time of the morning, drugs, alcohol could be a factor, suspended license, warrants, whatever the case may be. You know, but it's obviously never worth it given the outcome.
All right, back here live at this hour. Just checked back with Dearborn Police. They're still working to properly 100% identify the driver, about 50 years old. He remains in critical condition in the hospital. They're still trying to identify his 30-year-old passenger who died in this crash. Evrod, a school right behind me here. This happened at 5 a.m. Had it happened a little later, police are saying kids would have been walking towards that school and they would have certainly been in harm's way. Back to you.
Sean, thank you for the update there. Let's talk about this chase, though. From the distance that we're talking there, it seems like it didn't go on very long.
Yeah, police said they didn't really have time. There wasn't much of a chance for much of a chase. They put the lights on, trying to make a traffic stop. The driver then took off and then came and hit the tree. Now, witnesses here at the scene are telling us that the police officer was right on his bumper at the time of the crash. So there's some discrepancy there. Police and Michigan State Police are going over the cruiser camera video, and we're going to dig into that a little bit later, starting at 5 o'clock.
All righty, Sean, we'll definitely be tuning in for that. Thank you. Turning our attention to the forecast now, we saw some spotty snow showers all across Metro Detroit this afternoon. And this is video from right here in downtown Detroit. Brandon, I got stuck in that just a little bit ago with my photographer. Brandon, other communities reporting whiteout conditions like this as well.
Yeah, it was one line that sort of came through, and between 8 and about 9:30 was that time frame. So the crash early this morning, we had some spotty light snow showers in the area, but no whiteout conditions then. It was mainly through the tail end of the commute. Cold temperatures really stealing the show once again. 20 degrees right now at Metro and Mount Clemens. Teens still in Pontiac, 17 in Howell. It's 21 down in Monroe. The winds have been whipping and will continue to do that through the afternoon. So wind chills single digits or maybe even worse. We could get below 0 here in Oakland County. Right now Pontiac reporting 0 for a wind chill. And this is dangerous stuff if you're out in it for a couple of hours without proper protection. It's mainly the exposed skin, so it's hats, gloves, everything you need if you're going to be out and about. Low 20s, but 10 to 25 mile-an-hour winds out of the northwest are going to make it feel cold the rest of the day. Still a couple of spotty snow showers, and we're still keeping an eye on this big system out east, Evrod. We'll take a closer look at that, and Friday snow chances here coming up.
All righty, Brandon, thank you. In other news, opening statements heard today in the trial of a man accused of killing an Uber driver. 24-year-old DeJuan Watson is accused of shooting and killing his Uber driver, 51-year-old Modou Diagne, back in March. Today, Watson was back in court for the start of his trial, where the prosecution and the defense both made their opening statements to the jury.
Well, the police take that clothing and they send it to the police crime lab. And lo and behold, with the DNA testing, they can tell you that it's the defendant's clothes, and they can tell you that the blood on the clothes belongs to Mr. Diagni, the Uber driver.
But I'm going to ask you not to reach conclusions quickly until you hear all the evidence.
And we should let you know that if convicted, Watson faces life in prison. And more evidence is being laid out today to determine if two teens will go to trial in connection to the murder of a West Bloomfield mother. This is 18-year-old Deshaun Smith, who you actually just saw there. He was charged with murder, while 19-year-old Jaylene Stringer was charged with evidence tampering after Diana Peschel's body was found in a burnt car back in December. The hearing is going on right now. You can watch it on our website. Just go to clickondetroit.com for that. The former Dearborn City clerk is expected in court this afternoon for embezzlement charges. This week, 64-year-old Kathleen Buddha was arrested. She's accused of stealing from the city while in office. Prosecutors say that late in 2015, she stole from a city cash box. Her arrest comes more than a year after Michigan State Police executed a search warrant at the city clerk's office. A federal appeals court could rule on President Trump's travel ban as early as today. The three appeals court judges heard from lawyers from the Department of Justice and the state of Washington on Tuesday over the immigration ban. And for now, the president's order is on hold. The ruling is expected for this week. Meanwhile, President Trump is scheduled to have lunch at the White House with Senate Democrats today. Senators from West Virginia, Indiana, North Dakota, and Montana are all expected to attend. During the lunch, the two sides are expected to talk about the Supreme Court nomination of Judge Neil Gorsuch. And a grand jury, has indicted more than 100 Inauguration Day protesters. On Wednesday, a Superior Court in Washington charged 146 additional protesters with felony rioting. That number brings the total number of incidents from Inauguration Day to 209. Now, if they're found guilty, each protester could face a $25,000 fine and up to 10 years in prison. Macomb County Public Works Commissioner is expected to ask for a $20 million loan to help fix that Fraser sinkhole. Miller is expected to speak at the Board of Commissioners that would have a meeting today and request a $20 million loan from Macomb County to help pay for expenses in connection with this sinkhole. That meeting is expected to take place at 3 p.m. Still ahead here on Local 4 News at noon, a mudslide destroyed a family's home on the East Coast. And new at noon, we'll tell you how a woman used Facebook to call for help. Plus, a wild police chase through Los Angeles ends in a violent crash. Find out how officers joined together to help rescue a woman who was trapped in her overturned car. But first, the East Coast is getting ready for more than a foot of snow. Up next, how the storm is going to impact more than 50 million people.
My wife was.
Welcome back, everyone. Heavy snow is already falling in the northeast and will continue throughout the day. High winds are going to make for blizzard conditions along that coast, making travel treacherous in New York City, Philadelphia, Hartford, and even Boston. We should let you know schools are closed throughout the region and thousands of flights have already been canceled. Chris Pallone joins us now as some areas are expecting up to a foot of snow.
In New York City, the snow arrived before dawn, a blanket of white greeting those who decided to brave the conditions and head to work.
If you don't have to go out, I wouldn't go out.
Solid advice for millions from the mid-Atlantic to New England, where many areas will see more than a foot of snow, some with blizzard conditions before it's all over.
I want yesterday's weather back.
The winter blast particularly cruel after Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, and New York City saw record high temperatures on Wednesday.
After teasing us yesterday with a spring-like day, Mother Nature has delivered a message loud and clear that we are still in the middle of winter.
Now they're blowing snow off the iconic Rockefeller Center skating rink, and schools are canceled across several states. In New York City alone, more than 1 million students have the day off. And so far, the airlines have canceled more than 3,000 flights.
I told my boss, I said, hope I'll see you guys Monday unless I get snowed in. I was being facetious at the time, but now maybe not so much.
Government leaders say Sanders and plows are ready to go, but will struggle to keep up, with some areas seeing more than 2 inches of snow an hour.
Best advice that I can give to motorists is to stay inside.
A harsh reminder that for some Americans, despite a calm season so far, winter might just be getting started. Chris Pallone, Local 4.
And in California now, 7 people had to be taken to the hospital after a police chase that ended in a pretty violent crash. I want to show you some of the video here. Police say that the chase started yesterday afternoon when officers found a car that belonged to a suspect wanted for assault. It was during the chase that suspect crashed into several cars, like you just saw there, even flipping one completely on its side. Dozens of police officers responded to the scene of that crash, although it looks as if the driver might not make it out alive.
I'm glad that I'm okay. Yeah, that's what's most important. And my greatest concern was this lady. I didn't know if she was going to make it.
Well, luckily, the driver was rescued with only a few bruises and a possible broken arm. Police arrested the suspect just a short time later. Elsewhere in California, a woman used Facebook Live to call for help during a mudslide. The woman says that she was trapped when the 3 homes her family owns were all destroyed by a mudslide on Tuesday. When she tried to call for help, she didn't have cell phone service, but she did have Wi-Fi service, so she went onto Facebook Live and asked for help. Soon after, the woman managed to free her car from the mud and was able to drive away. She's now staying with her grandmother while her family members decide what to do about their homes.
New at noon.
We're talking passing the torch. New at noon, legendary broadcaster Bob Costas discusses why he decided it was time to step down as primetime host of the Olympics. Brandon?
Winter Olympic talk today. It's a year away, and we're talking all about winter at least for a day. I didn't even try, it's just rhyming. 20 degrees in Detroit, but look at these numbers. Traverse City, 14, 1 in Duluth, wind chills even worse. And we're tracking some snow with you.
It's a place that draws artists, shoppers, and is a gathering spot for many events. But what you might not realize are the fire hazards happening here. How can there be so many repairs needed, combustible waste that needs to be removed, and so many failures and non-compliance? We've got documents on the fires that have already happened.
So what does the city have to say about this? I'm Local 4 Defender Karen Drew. I'll have the investigation tonight at 11.
I'm Gene.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So here I am, minding my own business. My photographer and I are driving down the lodge. Right. We can't see a thing. It's whiteout conditions. And he says, did Brandon predict this morning? So we emailed back and forth about the weather, and I went and looked back. I'm like, yeah, he did this morning.
Yeah. Well, did I say specifically, crazy whiteout conditions? No, I knew there would be at least one round of some decent snow that was going to make things rough going, and hopefully that fits into your acceptable criteria watching at home. We do our best, no doubt about it. Here's the big storm that is rocking the megalopolis, already starting to pull out of the New York area, heading in through Hartford. I think when it's all said and done, Connecticut, Massachusetts will get the most of this big storm, but you can see the drier side of this. We talked about 6 to 12 inches, and that's basically the reports that we're getting out of the metro New York area, and most of Connecticut have already gotten 6 to 12 inches. It's lesser amounts up in Massachusetts, but still working through that area. All right, back here at home, 20 degrees with a couple of snowflakes still flying out there. Occasionally that sun is trying to bust through. The bigger story will be these winds, 16 with a wind chill. Feels like, what does it feel like? It doesn't feel good, but the wind chill is 6. And we just worry about frostbite, hypothermia if you're out for 30 or 60 minutes without the layers on and the exposed skin, the cheeks and the hands and the whatever else, your neck, things like that get whipped by the wind. It takes the body heat straight away from you and creates frostbite. That's the deal. Winds are gusting 20 to 30 and may occasionally gust over 30. So that dusting of snow we got not only make things slick out there, but occasionally, poof, a big puff of it blows across the highway. So watch out for that. Spotty flakes the rest of the afternoon, also some sun. Wind chilly though, west-northwest winds 10 to 20, 25 miles an hour. Relaxing a little bit tonight, but we'll call it a light or more gentle breeze. 13 degrees, still looking at wind chills close to 0 at times overnight. We do have some clouds rolling through. Close-up look shows a couple of those flakes and flurries, but you can also kind of see some lighter shades here where we're seeing some breaks or thinning of the clouds out there. And because we have these northwest winds, lake-enhanced clouds, can't do much about it, but you'll get an occasional glimpse of that sun. Here's a look at the next system that comes through right in the middle of the day tomorrow. Again, looking at the model here, and this system pulling by about 5, 6 o'clock tonight, pulling even out of the Boston area, which is good. Tomorrow, it's mainly from about 11 a.m. until about 1 p.m. Quick time frame, middle of the day snow shower. Still breezy, so although our temperatures are 32, it's going to feel colder tomorrow. Evrod, it's mild, cloudy 46 Saturday with Sunday wet weather. Probably mostly rain, but could mix some snowflakes in there late in the day.
Alrighty, Brandon. So get this. He is the longest-serving primetime host of the Olympic Games in history, in fact. But today, legendary broadcaster Bob Costas says that he is passing the torch along. He actually announced on the Today Show that he will not be hosting next year's Winter Olympics and will make way for Ann Arbor resident Mike Tirico.
I'm going to be like the rest of the country, watching Mike Tirico, who will be an able successor in Korea for the Winter Olympics beginning a year from today.
So you're giving up the Olympic gig?
Yeah, I am.
After one of the great runs in sports history. Can I just say that?
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. He definitely deserves a round of applause there, as you can see in the entire Today Show studios. Costas has hosted 11 consecutive Olympic Games as primetime host. He's also won 27 Emmy Awards. But as he said this morning, he's not retiring. Rather, he's settling into the Tom Brokaw part of his career. The announcement, though, comes nearly 1 year from the start of the 2018 Winter Games in South Korea. We are counting down the days. Well, former New York Knicks power forward Charles Oakley was kicked out of Madison Square Garden last night. Can you believe this? Oakley was watching the Clippers-Knicks game when security guards came over and told him that he had to leave. Well, he reportedly was kicked out for yelling at Knicks team owner James Dolan. After fighting with security guards, which you just saw there, Oakley was arrested, charged with 3 counts of assault. However, he denies ever yelling at the Knicks owner. Still ahead here at noon, an Uber driver gets a big surprise when a passenger leaves something behind in the vehicle. Find out what she did when she realized, oh yeah, there was a pit bull still in the car.
Replay song.
All right, so before we go, you have to see the strange way one Uber driver adopted a dog.
Brandy is an Uber driver in Arizona. Last week, she drove a man and his pit bull to an apartment. But once the ride was over, the man left the pit bull behind.
Okay, so she called the man, but found that his phone was disconnected and his address was fake. That's when she realized maybe the dog was left behind on purpose.
Maybe rather than advertising on Craigslist, he was trying to see if she found a connection with somebody, and I guess he felt that with me, she'd found it.
Really, though? You left it in the Uber? Now, while Uber suggested Brandy take the dog to a shelter, Brandy decided to adopt the pit bull, who now lives with her in Phoenix. I gotta say that it's a beautiful dog.
It is, and some people probably wouldn't have taken a pit bull on their Uber ride.
Some people might be a little skeptical.
If it was the, you know, fireball, pit bull.
I was like, where is he going with this?
That would be...
You think she would have been happy to adopt the dog?
That guy. Yeah.
You would?
Well,
little man crush, I see. All right, how you doing, Brandon?